All right, we have two games from Calamity that I'm really excited about. He brought some builds that I thought the Demons of Chaos would take more of when like Warhammer 3 came out. It's versus CB's Grinch, by the way. Yeah, I don't know, just really cool combinations of units that aren't just like blue fire kiting people. So we have a front line of Bloodletters, then backed up by the Marquis of Masochism, Keeper of Secrets ROR, an Exalted Keeper of Secrets with Rampage as their only spell, Hounds of the Blood Hunt, and then 4 Chaos Furies of Khorne in the Vanguard. Sandwiched between them are the Tomb Kings, Skeleton Warriors, and Spears, Skeleton Horse Archers, the Sporkle Stalker and Ushabti Greatbow RORs, and then we do have Settra on his kitty cat with some Skeleton Horsemen on the flanks. And in comes the big flank right away, so Phantasmagoria netting down all these Skirmish Cav units right in the middle of the Chaos Furies and the Marquis. Unable to move, they are going to get ground down. Now, these are not demonic units, they are undead, so just because their leadership got low doesn't mean they actually instantly disappear. The demons do have to work and finish them off. The flank that's not going so well is the Chaos Furies of Khorne that tried to land on the Eyes of the Desert. They got punked and murdered. Now the Exalted Keeper Secrets is coming over there to help out. Really wants to shut down the shooting, because demons in general are weak to a lot of ranged fire. So we can see the Skirmish Cav are being targeted first, the Sporkle Stalkers are being targeted as well. And the Ushabtis so far are safe. While they try and fire uphill at the Hounds of the Blood Hunt, their Arc of Fire really not making that work very well, because they don't have a super parabolic Arc of Fire. It's a little more flat, so these guys being up on a hill does make it harder for them to get those angled shots in. Now, what do we have here? The Keepers of Secrets are fighting side by side in the middle of a bunch of enemies. So we do have the Sporkle Stalkers, Ushabti Summons, Settra, and the basic Spears. That is a lot, and that is actually a problem. The 15 armor on these two big monsters does mean that the Skeleton Spears will actually go hog wild on them, so they do need to be a little careful. Not having armor is pretty brutal. Elsewhere, things we haven't talked about because this game has been so raucous and quick is the Bloodletters. The Bloodletters are uncontested in this infantry fight. They are so much better than anything the Tomb Kings brought, or honestly could have brought. Bloodletters just outclass every Tomb Kings infantry in the game. So they are making very short work of the Tomb Kings front line. Now, speaking of making short work, while I checked in on that Khorne flank of the Furies there, and they killed a lot of Skirmish Cav, something horrible is happening to Exalted Keeper of Secrets. Settra is massacring her right now, and even getting the Demonic Instability crumbling to start as he hits shot after shot after shot onto that Lord, and demons are in real trouble without their Lord. So it's multiple things. It's the obvious leadership penalty is really bad for a faction that instantly crumbles away if they fall below leadership for even a second, right? That's bad. Also, your army passive is tied to your Lord's damage, so they don't get any of their tier 1, 2, or 3 abilities now that she is dead. Really rough stuff, and that was your caster. The Marquis has a couple bound spells, but no like actual Winds of Magic spells, so really bad loss of the Lord there. Bounce power is slightly in the demon's favor, and I would tend to agree. A lot of Tomb King's assets have been taken off the battlefield, so their bounce power is looking low. I think it's plenty winnable though, because like we said, without that Lord, you are missing a lot of things. So if you can stall this game out, Settra's ability to continue to cast spells is still very strong. His ability to cycle charge Bloodletters can be pretty good. So really the Marquis is going to be a problem that they have to deal with you. Ushabti Greatbows are getting caught, and that's pretty bad. That's a lot of your damage left. They're currently in trouble. Settra's going to charge over and try and help. Sporkle Stalker's caught by Bloodletters in the background, and it's getting really tough. Settra's having a hard time peeling all of his different assets that he needs to win, just because the Bloodletters and stuff took out so many of his blockers and supporting units. Settra himself is still pretty healthy, but his army is in tatters. Chaos Fury's fading away. And Settra is trying to take out the Marquis now. Maybe if we kill the Marquis, the Tomb Kings can carry this game with Chosen of the Gods kiting back, lots of ammunition on them, still 8 out of 12 models, so plenty of DPS. If they can kite back, shoot at Bloodletters while Settra cycle charges, they can win this game. But with the Marquis around, there's just fast armor piercing that can chase down the Chosen of the Gods like you see here. Settra has to fight the Hounds of the Blood Hunt for just a second. The Marquis is already back on the Ushabti, taking them out. Hounds of the Blood Hunt fade away. Settra is back to fighting the Marquis, but the Bloodletters are closing in from all sides. Settra's spear support will not last long. And those hell blades of Khorne start cutting through their pathetic skeleton bodies. Oof. They're just getting brutalized. Cetra's trying to fight the Marquis. Bounce power is going into Army Loss's territory as the Sporkle Stalkers have faded away, as the Chosen of the Gods are crumbling beyond all repair. There's nothing left for the Tomb Kings on the map besides Cetra, and Cetra has to kill 5 wounded Bloodletters and a half-health Marquis. It's not going to happen. Army Losses will take him out. And a nice little Demons of Chaos rush. Hundreds of kills on each Bloodletter, which is pretty huge. Chaos Furies of Khorne did fine. Fleshhounds did pretty darn well, honestly, and the Marquis did well. Marquis actually did more damage value than the Exalted Keeper of Secrets. For Grinch, Cetra himself got 3337 value, 3,337, and it was not enough to win this game. His skeletons got butchered too quickly. His horsemen were ineffective versus the demons, and then his skeleton horse archers got surrounded and beaten up and even netted at one point. So yeah, his shooting unit's just not able to fire is a big problem. Roar. Subscribe, yes.